Embracing solitude, the hidden power of being alone. Ever scroll through your social feed, seeing everyone out there with their friends, laughing, making memories, and you pause? The thought creeps in. Where's your circle? Where's your crew? It's like everyone else is living a life filled with connection while you're navigating your journey solo. Sound familiar? Let me be clear. You're not alone in feeling alone. Many of us walk through this world wondering if we're destined to drift in and out of relationships, never finding that solid foundation of friendship. But what if the problem isn't you? What if the idea that you need dozens of friends is what's keeping you stuck? Today we're digging deep into the art of friendship through the lens of Stoicism. This isn't just about meeting new people. It's about something deeper, learning to value solitude, understanding yourself, and recognizing the rare gems of true friendships that most people will overlook. In this video, we'll discuss the benefits of solitude, how to cultivate self-sufficiency, and the art of building genuine relationships. If you're ready to unlock the hidden power of being alone and embrace the strength that comes with introversion, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who could use a fresh perspective. Join our growing community, and let's dive deeper into mastering self-awareness, resilience, and the art of thriving on your own terms. The quiet strength of introversion, turning shyness into power. Know thyself. Socrates. Let's start with this. Society tells you that being an extrovert, loud, sociable, always on, is the only way to thrive. But what if that's not you? What if you're the one who feels more comfortable in silence, away from the spotlight in your own space? That's not a weakness. That's a superpower. There's a quiet strength in introspection, and the people who know how to listen to their own thoughts are often the ones who offer the deepest wisdom to those around them. In fact, introverts tend to form more meaningful connections because they're selective about who they let into their world. They value depth over breadth, and that's a rare but invaluable trait. Think about it. When you walk into a room full of people, the pressure to engage can feel overwhelming. Your mind races with thoughts of what to say or how to fit in. But Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, taught us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. So instead of focusing on the fear of judgment, focus on what you can control, your thoughts, your actions, and how you choose to present yourself. The less you worry about how others perceive you, the more you'll find yourself attracting the kind of people who align with your values. Introversion is not about being shy or withdrawn. It's about understanding your energy and knowing how to use it effectively. Here's the truth. Your introversion is your strength. It's not about fitting into the noise. It's about standing out in your own way. The more you embrace who you are, your quiet nature, your thoughtful mind, the more you'll find that the right people gravitate toward you. Quality over quantity. One meaningful conversation can eclipse 100 empty ones, and that's the secret. Being an introvert doesn't mean you're bad at socializing. It means you're selectively social. When you give yourself permission to be who you are, your connections with others will naturally deepen, and you'll find that you no longer need to force relationships that aren't meant for you. Your tribe will come, but first, you must learn to fully embrace yourself. Building trust, a Stoic's path to true friendships. Trust, but verify. Seneca. How many times have you put yourself out there only to get hurt? Maybe you've had friends who betrayed your trust or simply faded away when you needed them most. It's easy to build walls after those experiences, but Stoicism teaches us something crucial. Trust isn't a weakness, it's wisdom. In a world where trust can often feel like a gamble, learning how to manage it effectively is a game changer. The Stoics didn't believe in blind trust. They believed in earned trust. And that's the key to building friendships that truly last. Trusting others doesn't mean opening yourself up to be hurt again. It means being discerning. You don't have to give all of yourself to everyone. Start small. Build trust step by step. And when you do it with the understanding that people aren't perfect. But that doesn't mean they can't be trusted. The Stoics understood that life is unpredictable, and so are people. That's why Seneca reminded us to trust with caution. He didn't say this to promote isolation, but to help us protect our emotional energy from those who might not value it. Seneca said it best: "As is a tale, so is life. Not how long it is, but how good it is what matters." The same applies to friendship. It's not about having a dozen friends to fill your social calendar. It's about having one or two rock-solid connections you can lean on when life gets tough. Trust wisely, and you'll create friendships that can withstand anything. And here's the kicker. When you start trusting the right people, you'll also begin to trust yourself more. Because real trust is reciprocal. As you invest in others, you build an inner strength that says, "I am worthy of this connection." So take that first step, cautiously but boldly, and watch how your relationships transform from surface level to soul deep. Seizing social opportunities. Stoic virtue in action. We live in a hyper-connected world, but for some reason, true connection feels more elusive than ever. Why? Because while our phones buzz with notifications, our hearts crave something more real. Friendship isn't just about proximity, it's about shared purpose. The modern world may offer countless ways to stay connected, but how many of those connections actually fill you up? Not many, right? The problem isn't lack of people, it's lack of engagement. Stoicism teaches us that the value of relationships is determined by the effort we put into them, and the same goes for how we engage with the world around us. Imagine this. Instead of scrolling through your feed, you step out and engage with the world around you. Whether it's volunteering in your community, joining a local club, or attending workshops on something that excites you. These are places where real connections happen. Real engagement happens when you share your time and energy with others who care about the same things. Stoicism calls us to serve a higher purpose, to contribute to something bigger than ourselves. When we do that, we naturally attract people who share our values and worldview. And that, my friends, is where real, lasting friendships are born. The Stoics believed in contributing to the greater good. And through that, we find people who mirror our values. "No man is an island," wrote John Donne. Take this to heart. Step outside your comfort zone, engage with the world, and you'll discover that the opportunities for deep connections are everywhere. Stop waiting for friendships to fall into your lap and start creating the space for them to grow. Whether it's through service, shared interests, or simply being open to new experiences, the world is full of potential friendships waiting to happen. But it all starts with taking action. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Go out and create it. Sharpening social skills, building confidence, Stoic style. Not everyone is naturally charismatic, and that's okay. Social skills can be developed, and you don't need to be the loudest person in the room to connect with people. In fact, Listening is one of the most powerful social tools you can master. We often think that being social means always having something clever to say, but that's a myth. Some of the best conversationalists are the ones who know how to ask the right questions and then sit back and let others share. Listening isn't just polite, it's the foundation of real connection. Start small. Marcus Aurelius reminded us to focus on actions, not just words. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Strike up conversations with kindness. Ask genuine questions and listen with intent. When you stop worrying about how you're perceived and start caring about what others are saying, you'll notice something magical. Connections will form naturally. You don't need to be flashy or have the most exciting stories. What people really crave is someone who makes them feel heard, understood, and valued. And remember, social skills aren't just about talking. They're about creating a space for others to be themselves. When you give people the gift of your full attention, you build a bridge of trust and empathy that can lead to lifelong friendships. It's about being present in every interaction, focusing on the moment, and showing genuine interest in the other person's world. When you do that, you don't just make small talk. You create real, lasting connections. So next time you're in a social setting, don't feel pressured to perform. Instead, practice the art of being genuinely curious and watch how your relationships begin to flourish. Navigating change. How shifting priorities shape friendships. As you grow, your priorities shift. You might have had a crew you hung out with every weekend, but now life has gotten in the way. Careers, family, personal growth. Does that mean you're failing at friendship? Not at all. In fact, it's natural for relationships to change as you evolve. What mattered to you in your 20s may not hold the same weight in your 30s or 40s, and that's okay. The key is to accept the ebb and flow of life and not cling to friendships that have run their course. The Stoics taught us to embrace life's changing nature. Friendships are like rivers. They ebb and flow, and that's part of their beauty. Instead of lamenting the friendships that may have drifted, focus on nurturing the ones that matter most to you now. It's easy to feel guilty about losing touch with people, but sometimes that's just life. As you grow, your circle may become smaller, but that doesn't mean it's any less significant. In fact, a smaller, more intentional circle can often bring more fulfillment than trying to maintain countless shallow connections. The story of the boy and the apple tree reminds us that friendship is a two-way street. Like the boy who only returned to the tree when he needed something, we often forget to nurture the relationships we care about. Don't wait until it's too late. Tend to your friendships like a garden. Reach out, show you care, and you'll find that deep connections grow naturally over time. Friendships require effort, yes, but they also require space to evolve. Don't cling to the past. Allow your friendships to grow with you, and trust that the right ones will stay, even as your priorities shift. The beauty of life is that as one door closes, another opens. Be open to that change, and you'll find new friendships that resonate with the person you're becoming. Guarding mental well-being, a Stoic's foundation for friendships. Mental health is often the silent cornerstone of meaningful relationships. Anxiety, depression, and stress can cloud your ability to connect, making it feel like you're isolated even when you're surrounded by people. And yet, we rarely talk about how mental health impacts our friendships. Stoicism gives us the tools to navigate these dark waters. It teaches us that while we can't control everything that happens in life, we can control how we respond to it. And that includes how we manage our mental well-being in the context of our relationships. But Stoicism gives us the tools to navigate these dark waters. Marcus Aurelius taught us the tranquility that comes when you stop caring what they say, or think, or do, only what you do. This means that even when your mind is in turmoil, you can find calm within by focusing on what you can control, your own thoughts, actions, and reactions. When you prioritize your mental health, you're not only taking care of yourself, but you're also creating a stable foundation for your friendships. Healthy friendships thrive when both parties bring emotional clarity and balance to the table. Start with mindfulness. Be present in your conversations. Practice gratitude for the people in your life, no matter how few. Meditation isn't just for monks. It's a tool to calm your mind and focus on what matters most. When you care for your mental well-being, you create the foundation for healthy, lasting friendships. Mental health doesn't have to be perfect for you to be a good friend, but being aware of it allows you to manage your relationships with more empathy and understanding. After all, friendship isn't about being perfect. It's about being present, even when life feels chaotic. And when you care for your own mental health, you become someone others can rely on, not because you're always happy, but because you're real, grounded, and willing to do the inner work. Embracing differences, finding harmony in diverse interests. You and your friends don't need to like the same things. In fact, differences can be what makes your friendships even stronger. Diversity of thought, interests, and experiences is what gives life richness. Imagine a world where we only connected with people who mirrored our exact interests. Boring, right? Yet so often, we find ourselves gravitating toward those who seem similar because it feels safe. But Stoicism challenges us to embrace the unfamiliar. It's through exploring different perspectives that we grow. And that includes the people we choose to connect with. Seneca said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." You might think your differences are a barrier, but they're actually a bridge to new experiences. Don't be afraid to step outside your comfort zone and show interest in what others are passionate about. Curiosity is the glue that binds us. And when you open yourself up to learning from someone whose interests don't align with your own, you broaden your worldview. It's not about forcing yourself to love what they love, but about appreciating their passion, their energy, and their perspective. This is how we cultivate empathy in friendships, by recognizing that the richness of life lies in its diversity. Your love for sports and someone else's love for reading might seem worlds apart, but when you engage with their passion and they with yours, you'll find that shared excitement transcends interests. In the end, it's not about what you do together, but how you make each other feel. So next time you meet someone with vastly different interests, don't shy away from that connection. Instead, embrace the opportunity to grow and learn from each other. This is the foundation of true friendship, accepting and celebrating the differences that make us all unique. And as the Stoics taught us, by being open to diverse experiences, we also expand our own potential to grow, learn, and connect on a deeper level. Final message. Here's the takeaway. Friendship isn't about filling your life with people. It's about finding the right ones. It's about embracing who you are, building trust, creating opportunities, and letting go of the fear that you're not enough. It's not about having a large group of people around you, but rather cultivating a small circle of genuine relationships that add real value to your life. Remember, quality over quantity always wins. If today's message hit home, give it a thumbs up to help others find the strength to navigate their own journey. Tell us in the comments, are you an introvert, an extrovert, or somewhere in between? How do you navigate the world of friendships? And what's been your biggest challenge in connecting with others? And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a chance to grow alongside us. Check out one of the videos on the screen to dive deeper into ancient wisdom and learn how Stoicism can transform your connections. Stay strong, stay stoic, and keep forging those meaningful relationships. Remember, it's not about how many friends you have. It's about having the right friends.